All right, folks, how are you? Thank you again for tuning in to the Alone Time Thoughts podcast here with Sam. And, I really appreciate the views from my first video. I know a lot of it was friends and family, but hey, it's a good start. I don't know if all of it was friends and family, but hey, the more the merrier, and hopefully we can keep it going, keep growing. And this is the first official podcast. I guess the first one was kind of an introduction, so that one's not going to really count. This is going to be the first one, and the first thing I'd like to start talking about is the NBA Finals. Like I said in my introduction, one of the things I do love is sports, and now that we're in the NBA Finals, and we're having a great series here. We're going Game 7, Pacers and Thunder. And, again, I don't know if you folks had a chance to tune in or how much you were able to see, but the Pacers got off to kind of a slow start. I believe they missed their first 8 shots today, but then they got going, man. I got to tell you, Tyrese Halliburton just looked amazing. He didn't put up monster numbers, but looked great on defense, looked great on offense, just a lot of creation, a lot of great passes. Just as a team, I mean, they did a great job. Pascal did a great job as well, and I gotta say, Game 7, even though it's in Oklahoma, I gotta go with the coach here. Rick Carlisle is a great coach, has a great record, and my money's if I was a betting man, which I'm not, but if I was, I'd probably put it on the Pacers, just due to the coaching advantage. But hopefully it's a great game. This last one was kind of a blowout, and hopefully it'll be fun to watch. I mean, this game had some great moments, a lot of fun to watch at certain points. It did become a blowout. I know. I think the Pacers at some point kind of basically emptied their bench, so that's a complete blowout at that point. But yeah, I thought it was an amazing game, fun to watch. Again, like I said, a lot of good highlights. They get, of course, boring, once you have a blowout. I think they were up at 30 at some point, so. But overall, it's been a great series. Game 7, two teams that have never won a title before. It's going to be great to see who kind of puts in that effort and is able to hopefully scratch their way out to a win, because, again, we'd love to see a close game. We'd love to see it going down to a wire. And as much as I'd love to see both teams win, my money would be on the Pacers here. So that's just my thoughts on that. What else is going on out there? Here in we're going through a lot of turmoil, a lot of unknowns. Are we going to? Won't we be joining quote unquote the war in Iraq? I'm sorry, in Iran. And the reason I say quote unquote is because we're kind of in it. I don't know what the big deal is. I know we can't say that we're really participating in it yet, but we're providing Israel with money. We're providing Israel with weapons. We've shot down drones already. We have ships that we've sent out there ready to kind of attack, and they're there helping. So, even though I know the company line is we're not really part of it, we're part of it, right? Like, I think you have to be pretty crazy to think that we're not. And it sucks. Honestly, war sucks. I know everybody wants to feel safe. I know, some parties just aren't friendly, and Iran supposedly is not friendly, and I could see it. Sure, they hate Israel, and a lot of countries hate us. Americans hate the West in general, and it's important for us to stay safe, of course, and make sure that we don't let the enemy get too strong, or get a chance to attack us, or get a chance to really attack our allies, which is another thing. Who are our allies these days? Everything that our president has done. He's kind of pushed away a lot of our allies. It seems like we're kind of becoming more of the more of the bad guys of the world than the good guys. And the thing that really kind of sucks is this president ran on a platform of peace, and there doesn't seem to be too much peace. And a lot of that I have to say is his fault. When you're tariffing all the countries, when you're just creating static between yourself and the rest of the world, what do you expect, right? And then again, you're going to get yourself involved. The India-Pakistan conflict, which we really had nothing to do with as far as the reporting goes. Of course, depends who you listen to. But why do we need to even put our 2 cents into that? That's a conflict there. Of course, we want to play peacekeeper if possible, but we don't need to antagonize. And it feels like our president likes to antagonize. He wants to take credit for everything, or he wants to be the good guy and everything, and that's just not the way we should be doing things. Oh, excuse me for that. But yeah, that's just again my 2 cents on that. Um, but again, it's he came out. He's like, oh, I don't know what we're gonna do. I need 2 more weeks. But to me, it's all BS, right? I mean, like, this guy has come out and said, hey, we're gonna give Russia 2 weeks, to get a peace deal before we sanction them, or we decide what to do with them, how to punish them. I think that was like a month ago at this point. There was actually, I was watching a late night show. I do like to watch the late night shows. I find most of them pretty good. I'd say Daily Show is my favorite. Jimmy Kimmel also pretty close, and then the rest are kind of hit or miss. Honestly, my least favorite, and the one I probably prefer not to watch, but if I do watch, it's just to see if I can get some info, some news that maybe nobody else covered, or just I wasn't able to catch that day. But Jimmy Fallon is kind of my least favorite. But again, all these guys have their moments. Well, guys and girls, but the shows in general have their moments. But if I had to stick to one or two, it would be The Daily Show, and it would be Jimmy Kimmel. Although he did announce today that he's gone for the summer, so that one, we'll see what happens. I know they're going to have some guest hosts, hopefully good guest hosts. Just because, again, it's a good source for info. It's sometimes a good source for laughs. It's important to laugh, especially during times like these when everything around us seems chaotic and crazy. I'd like to have as much comedy in my life as possible. Be able to laugh as much as possible. So sometimes these guys do a good job of bringing laughter. Not all the time, I've seen Jon Stewart where he takes it very seriously, and that's great. I mean, even though they are comedy shows, you do want to be able to laugh, but sometimes laughter is just inappropriate. Sometimes it's just so much chaos going on, and so much of it. I think that's the biggest issue. There's so much chaos, and as far as we know, that's just part of their plan. Flood the system, just as much nonsense as possible, just so we can lose focus of this, lose focus of that, and forget about this because now we're dealing with that. So in that sense, it's in a sense working. I could say that it's working because every day it's something new. Like now, I saw a report that not only Tulsi Gabbard, who is I believe the director of intelligence, but also Pete Hegseth isn't, who's the director of our armed forces. Just don't actually have a line to the president, which is crazy. Not only are these officials elected by him, but if they're elected and they have a job to do, you would think they're the ones at least you're listening to. But I know Tulsi Gabbard, I think last month, said that she doesn't believe Iran is close to nuclear capabilities, and Donald Trump said, "I don't care what she has to say." So that's kind of crazy. I don't think that's a healthy thing for our president to say, that he doesn't trust his own cabinet. Um, it's dangerous. Besides being crazy, it's very dangerous, right? Where is he getting his info? Is he just acting on his own whims? Um, because if that's the case, that can lead to a lot of bad decisions. That can lead us into bad decisions. When he says things like, "I'm not gonna let you know what I'm thinking," about Iran. Um, I don't even know, or something like that. I don't want to misquote him, but it was something like, I might not. Nobody knows, not even I know, or something of that sort. That's dangerous. You're the president. You work for us. We want to know. At least we want to have an idea which way you're leaning, because it affects a lot of things. It affects the stock market. It affects our planning, right? Like, vacation, summer's here. I want to know, should I be saving more money than I normally do? Should I be planning vacations? Is it safe to travel abroad, or should I just hunker down and just stay local with myself and my family? So, yeah, a lot of crazy stuff going on out there. Excuse me for 1 second. Oh man, I'm really sorry about that. And we will see where things go. Those are really the things that are going on. I want to try to keep these short in the beginning, just to see how they're they're going. I don't want to bombard anybody with a whole bunch of information and just maybe just stuff they don't want to hear about. But I do want to say that a few of the things that I do want to do from my younger days, when I used to watch The Daily Show. They used to do something called The Moment of Zen at the end of every episode, where they would just show a clip of something kind of crazy, kind of, funny and weird. So I want to do something like that now. It's not going to be like a Moment of Zen type of thing. It's just going to be a clip I show, and what that I just find funny, interesting, whatever it may be. Now, I do want you guys to bear with me as I do this. I'm going to try to be a little smoother in the future when I do it, but at this time, please just bear with me, as these are the first few recordings I'm doing. So I'm going to try to get this right as possible. And I'm gonna try to switch the camera here. Let me find it. I actually thought I had a way to pause this. I don't. So I'm gonna. I am unprepared, I guess is what I'm saying. And what I want to do is, again, just post these clips. I also want to give you guys, as often as possible, my music picks of the day that I heard. Again, probably not going to happen every day, because some days I just don't have a chance to hear new music. And same thing with the clips. Sometimes it's just I'm not able to find clips, or there's just hopefully not something going on every day. But that's not always the case. It seems like more often than not there's more stuff to show you. So that's what I want to do, and what I want to do here is, again, if you guys could just bear with me, show you a clip that's, and I'm sorry about that, about the coughing. Again, usually a little bit more prepared, obviously not today, but again, I will improve as I keep doing this. But the one clip I do want to show you, I found funny. I actually had not seen this before. It's a little bit old. I believe it's from like November or October or something like that. But I have just stumbled upon it, and I thought it was hilarious, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So if you just bear with me 1 second here, I am sure I can find it and share it with you. I believe this is it. Let me just go over here.
I went to the top of my class.
Yeah, this is it. Alright, so let me just do this. I'm gonna share my screen. And then, you guys tell me in the comments what you think. What this is supposed to be. There it is. I'm going to show you this right here. And enjoy, folks.
I started doing heroin. I went to class. I started doing heroin. I went to the top of my class. Suddenly I could sit still and I could read.
Oh, this isn't the full video. There's actually a better one. Shoosh. Well, you know what? I don't want to waste everybody's time. I'm gonna link it down in the bottom of the screen, or well, I guess not even on the screen. I'm just gonna link it down for you guys, and I hope you enjoyed it. It's basically our health president, or I'm sorry, not president, but it's the person responsible for health, talking about how he loves heroin and how it made him smart. And what's going on here? I think I lost my face. Oh, guys, I do appreciate you. Ah, there it is. Yeah, so it's basically him talking about how heroin made him go to the top of the class. And yeah, it's hilarious. This is the person who's making health decisions for us. And the song of the day, again, I will also clip for you. Just making sure I get it right. And that's going to be JID, and it's Work, WRK. I found that as a great song. I will link that, and I will link the RFK full video of him talking about how heroin made him go from bottom of the class to top of the class, and just one of the many great people we have working in this administration, making America great and healthy again. Which I actually wish was true, but he is doing the whole getting rid of food coloring stuff, and he is changing some things that I'm actually very excited about. But a lot of things that are probably more things that I'm not excited about. Like canceling vaccines, or making you kind of qualified to get a vaccine should you want one. The COVID vaccine is crazy to me. You know what I mean? It's like it's out there. If we want it, we should be able to get it. Should it be forced on us? Absolutely not. But I don't think we need to have to go and actually what's the word I'm looking for? Not qualified, but basically go to see a doctor and prove that we need the vaccine. My body, my choice, right? We should be able to do that if we want. Anyway, those are my thoughts for the day. Thank you so much again for those that do join and watch. Subscribe. I want to do these as often as possible. I look forward to seeing you guys in the future. Hopefully tomorrow again. This is Thursday, or I guess I'll upload this Friday, but I'm not going to do any on the weekends, but I'm going to try to do one tomorrow, Friday night, and take it from there. Anyway, it's been a pleasure, and I hope to talk to you soon. Take care, everybody.